back door, finding McCraven, pass a little high for him. McCraven had reset, puts it up off the glass, good.
Out to Hallie Crockett, her second baseball pass up the floor to Abby Richmond. Right-handed layup for two.
Still backing and backing, gets stalled again, and picks up 2 points. So 2-point takedown.
The puck tries to reverse along the boards, taken away by Parker. Found out a goal! Parker tees up Brody Schultz!
Little right-handed dribble, goes to Reichel, deep three-pointer on the way! That's good.
Up the floor, Severson over to Bevins, all alone, steps up, shoots the three, and it's good.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hello, welcome in to Waubun as we have the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds taking on the Pelican Rapids Vikings right here on KRJM 101.5 FM as well as on yourliveevent.com. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson, taking you through all of the action right here on the Hobin's Plumbing and Heating and JT Station in a Fertile pregame show. I will be taking you through all of the action. Pelican Rapids coming into today 11-8. Coming off of a 59-46 loss to DGF. They are trying to end a 3-game losing streak. On the other side, Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds on a 4-game winning streak, coming off of a 79-63 win against Red Lake County. They are 12-8 on the season, led by head coach John Clark. We will hear from both of these coaches. Of course, our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by the Midwest Bank of Waubun. And so we'll go ahead and talk to head coach John Gillingsrud of the Pelican Rapids Vikings coming up next right here on the Hobin's Plumbing and Heating pregame show, as well as the JT Station Infertile pregame show right here on KRJM 101.5 FM and on yourliveevent.com.
Invites you to order your new Buick and Chevrolet vehicles from the Silverado, Trailblazers, Traverse, and Enclave. Lee Brothers is your authorized Chevrolet and Buick dealer, providing sales and a service to the area since 1975. For ordering your vehicles, talk with Mitch, Smurf, or Jay. Trust the experts who know your vehicles best and take advantage of great Chevy certified service offers today. Lee Brothers Sales, Highway 9, Ada, 218-784-2000.
Bank with the area's lending leader, Community Development Bank in Ogama. Open at 8:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. They offer more to serve you, their valued customers. See Robin for all of your financial needs. Boat loans, car loans, four-wheelers, business, home improvement, and vacation home loans. They do it all. Call 218-983-3241 or log on to comdevbank.com. Community Development Bank in Ogama. Member FDIC.
Glasses say so much about your personality and personal style. At Valley Vision Clinic, they are happy to work with you in selecting frames that complement your features and vision needs as well as fit your budget. If you're not sure that glasses are for you, ask the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada about contact lenses. There are many advantages to consider when determining if contact lenses are right for you, and the knowledgeable staff at Valley Vision can answer any questions you may have. For all your eye care needs, call Dr. Dave Solseng and staff at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada, 784-4091.
Have you seen the huge selection of used vehicles that Christian Motors of Fertile has? Stop by the lot, talk with one of the guys about the huge selection of cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, and so much more. They've got a great selection of used vehicles right now. You can view them at christianmotors.com or christiancarsonline.com. One of the biggest selection of used vehicles around, it's Christian Motors. They're proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer, Highway 32 North in Fertile.
On yourliveevent.com as well as on KRJM 101.5 FM as the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds take on the Pelican Rapids Vikings right here on the Hobin's Plumbing and Heating pregame show as well as the JT Station Infertile pregame show. Let's get into our pregame coaches interviews brought to you by our friends over at the Midwest Bank of Waubun, starting with head coach John Gillingsrud of the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And joining me now is head coach John Gillingsrud of the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And coach, for you guys coming off of a loss against DGF on a 3-game losing streak, what's the message that you have to the guys, and what's the focus coming into tonight against Mahnomen Waubun?
Well, like you said, it can be tough confidence-wise coming off of 3 straight losses, but our big message to our guys, we played 3 really good teams, so it's not incredibly surprising to drop all 3 of those. We just got to keep getting better. It's a time of the year where you want to keep improving on both ends of the floor, so that's the focus today. Just get better offensively, get better defensively, and keep pushing towards the playoffs.
And you mentioned the push towards those playoffs. It's been a long season at this point, but when it comes to guys, year to year, you always see that improvement from certain guys. Who's really grown the most on your team in your eyes?
Well, we've had some injuries with some key guys that would have returned from last year, so we've got some young guards that have really grown a lot. Trayvon Benson, Charlie Larson, 2 sophomores that maybe wouldn't have had as big a role going into this year as they thought, but they've kind of been pushed into action. So from the beginning of the season towards the end of the season, those guys have really grown a lot here so far.
And then as we get closer and closer towards the postseason, you mentioned, having those tough challenges against those tough teams. Do you think that gives you guys an added advantage, having that battle-tested team going heading towards the end of the season here at this point?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've kind of been saying to our team, there's no gimme games here left on the schedule. So we've got tough road games, tough conference games, and so it's good. It's good to prepare you because you have to play well, and if you don't play well, you're not going to have a chance to win these games. So it kind of keeps you sharp, and hopefully heading into playoffs, you got things figured out what you need to improve on.
And then where do you think that this team has really grown the most throughout this season as well?
I think on the defensive side, early in the year we were kind of shaky and didn't really know our assignments, and guys were kind of getting used to each other and how we do things defensively. So over the last month and a half, there's been some great strides, and we feel pretty good about our defensive side of the ball.
And where do you feel like your team needs to improve the most as we head towards the postseason here as well?
Yeah, that's on the other end. Offensively, we're kind of hit and miss. We've had good stretches, but just the whole consistency, even within a game and game to game, it's kind of been up and down. Struggle with turnovers sometimes, which it's hard to win games when you're turning over a lot. So that end of the floor, we got to keep working on and keep getting better at.
And then last thing here for you, or I guess second last thing here for you. But every year, there's always a bunch of turnover when it comes to seniors graduating, and even if you have the majority of your roster coming back, there's always a difference in the locker room year to year. What's it been like this year coaching these guys, and what's the locker room dynamic been like with these guys?
We got a great group of kids. They're fun to be around. They're quiet. There's not a whole lot of rah stuff. They're just kind of quiet and serious about their business, but they're good kids. It's not ones that we ever have to wonder what they're doing in the locker room. They're just good, solid kids, so it's been fun to be around them this year.
And then last thing for you, Coach, what needs to happen for the Vikings to get a win here today?
Well, kind of said it with the defense and offense. Offensively, we can't turn it over because we know Mahnomen Waubun thrives on that. So if we turn the ball over, they're going to push it and get good looks at the basket. So we got to be able to control the basketball and then get our defense set.
All right, Coach, best of luck. Looking forward to seeing your guys out there today.
Thank you.
And special thanks to head coach John Gillingsrud for joining me here on the Waubun's Plumbing and Heating and JT Station in Fertile pregame show. Of course, our pregame coach's comments brought to you by the Midwest Bank of Waubun. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, it's going to be time to go ahead and speak with head coach John Clark Jr. of the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. Of course, with our Midwest Bank pregame coaches interviews. Going to talk with him coming up next. Still to come, got our Fawcett Chiropractic keys of the game, as well as our Ziegler Ag Equipment starting lineups right here on the Waubun's Plumbing and Heating and JT Station in Fertile pregame show on KRJM 101.5 FM and YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. We are less than 90 days until spring planting. 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? We can help. Spring will be here before you know it, and we will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com.
The White Earth Tribal and Community College is open and can help you take the next step with your education. They offer on-campus classes. Online class options are available for students as well. They're local with small class sizes and they have affordable tuition. Apply in person or online at www.wetcc.edu. And don't forget to like them on Facebook. The White Earth Tribal and Community College, open, and ready to help you take the next step in your education.
Polk County Public Health and Norman Mahnomen Public Health. Together, we'd like to remind you how important yearly checkups are for children and adolescents. These visits are an excellent time for you and your child to talk to their provider about physical, mental, and sexual health or substance use. Also, don't forget to get caught up on immunizations, including your flu and COVID vaccines. Together, we can build a better future. For questions on the Child and Teen Checkups program, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media.
YourLiveEvent.com. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson, and we continue our Waubun's Plumbing and Heating and JT Station pregame show. Going to go ahead and continue on with this as the Pelican Rapids Vikings take on the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. And let's continue our conversation as the pregame coaches interviews, of course, brought to you by the Midwest Bank of Waubun. Got a chance to speak with John Clark Jr. of the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. Here's my conversation with Coach Clark. And as we get you ready for the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds taking on the Pelican Rapids Vikings here, joining me now is head coach John Clark of the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. And Coach, one, thank you for joining me. And for your guys coming off of that win against Red Lake County, you know, was an impressive game for you guys. Do you guys try to ride that momentum, and what did you guys see from that game especially?
Well, we finally played a game where we were consistent throughout and did a lot of the little things correctly. And, you know, we avoided those lulls in the game where we had a 4 or 5 minute stretch of bad play. We just kind of played consistently solid throughout. So definitely hoping to build off of that.
And then, you know, coming into, you know, the month of February at this point, we're heading down the stretch here. Where have you seen the most growth when it comes to this team especially?
Well, I think number one is just our mental attitude and our demeanor and how we carry ourselves on the court. Early in the season, our boys had a tendency to get really down on themselves, and it affected our play, to be honest. And we've really become mentally tougher, and I think we just improved in all those little areas that you need to improve on, like rebounding and team defensive position and just taking care of the ball.
And as we head down the stretch here in the month of February, you know, where do you think that, or who do you think has grown the most that you've seen throughout the season as well?
Oh, I just think the whole team has, and that's something, you know, we really stress we win and lose as a team, and I think, you know, you've seen that from the, you know, the first five to the second five to players coming off the bench. It's a long season, and you see that growth just kind of week to week. So really, you know, we're excited for what's coming up down the stretch. We know we have about a month here to keep improving, and hopefully we do that.
And then with a team like Pelican Rapids here today, very deep roster as well, how do you try to balance, you know, the fresh legs that they might have on the other side while also trying to make sure you're able to kind of keep pushing the pace with the way that you guys like to play on offense?
Well, it's going to be a tough one for us today because, like you said, they are very deep, and we are missing kids with sickness and injury and other issues. So we'll have a pretty short bench today. But luckily, we've had a couple days off, so we've really taken it easy on the kids' legs and just done a lot of walkthrough. So Saturday afternoon, no game last night. They should be fresh and ready.
And what's the focus been in practice for your guys here as well lately?
You know, we've just tried to give them rest and get some shooting in and go through some of our man-to-man sets and wrinkles to them that we can do. When, you know, at this time, coaches are smart. They scout you. They kind of know what's coming when you call a play. So, you know, we've worked on some wrinkles to counter that.
And then last thing for you here, Coach, but what needs to happen for the Thunderbirds to get a win here today?
Well, we have to, first of all, rebound. You know, they have some size and they're very athletic, and, you know, watching them, you know, they do a great job on the board, so we got to win the boards. And then we have to compete on the defensive end on every possession, and then make shots.
All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing your guys out there.
All righty, thanks, Mac.
All right, and special thanks to head coach John Clark Jr. of the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. for joining me here on the Waubun's Plumbing and Heating and JT Station pregame show. Of course, our pregame coaches' comments brought to you by the Midwest Bank of Waubun. We're going to keep it here, and the keys of the game when it comes to the, again, brought to you by Fawcett Chiropractic, keys of the game. Let's start with the Pelican Rapids Vikings. It's going to come down to shot creation and shot making, as I spoke with John Gillingsrud of the Vikings. He mentioned the fact that the offense can be inconsistent. So for them, trying to make sure that you're nailing your shots, getting those right, and then if you're able to go ahead and convert those, your defense been pretty solid throughout the season, and they're going to go ahead and be able to lock down when it comes to Mahnomen Waubun. On the other side, for the Thunderbirds, it's creating turnovers, getting out in transition. For them, they're a team that likes to run in transition, and again, when you're down a couple of players like Dennis Ashley and Braden Molina, both are out here tonight or this afternoon with an illness. So talking with them, you know, for them coming into tonight, this is a situation where you got to get out and run, play, and do what you do best, and that is getting out in transition. So for the Thunderbirds, it's about creating turnovers here. Now, let's get into the Ziegler Ag Equipment starting lineups and the Ziegler Ag Equipment starting lineups. Let's start with the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Starting for the Vikings, it's going to be a couple of sophomores joining the seniors out there, as Trayvon Benson and Charlie Larson are both going to be starting for the Vikings. Also out there, the trio of seniors, Tanner Tollerud, as well as Hunter Williams and Ian Fay for the Vikings. On the other side for the Thunderbirds, it's going to be Darian Chilton, Mike Weaver, Tyson MacArthur, Carter Clark, and Brody Lotka out there for the Thunderbirds. And, of course, those are your Ziegler Ag Equipment starting lineups. Ziegler Ag Equipment in Ada, now on the lot. 8-735 Massey Ferguson, 8-735 Rowe Crop Tractor. Come take a look. Talk to Chuck or Neal for more information on this 8-735 Massey Ferguson Rowe Crop Tractor. New on the lot at Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada. Ziegler Ag Equipment keeps you on the cutting edge of ag technology. Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9, North Ada, 218-784-2961. So that's going to go ahead and do it for the Waubun's Plumbing and Heating and JT Station pregame show. When we come back, of course, before we come back, JT Station, they are locally owned and operated, JT Station in Fertile, so it's hot stuff foods, frozen foods, selected groceries, household products, and so much more. Their hot stuff foods and deli will also provide you with a fresh, quick, easy breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They offer some of the best car services in town. Open 6 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. daily. JT Station in Fertile. That will do it for the Waubun's Plumbing and Heating and JT Station pregame show. When we come back, it's tip-off time here in Waubun as the Pelican Rapids Vikings take on the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. Right here on Gold 101.5 FM and yourliveevent.com.
The Waubun Education Association would like to wish the best of luck to the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbird teams and wish them the best of luck this season. Proud to cheer on and support the Thunderbird students in the classroom and in all extracurricular activities. Your hard work and dedication make them proud to work with you every day as part of the Waubun-Ogama White Earth School District. Good luck and go Thunderbirds from all the members of the Waubun Education Association.
If you're searching for experienced technicians that are specialized in most makes and models of cars, light-duty trucks, and SUVs, you better call 218-983-3330 for Baker's Truck Repair in Ogama. Baker's quickly provides customized repair and maintenance solutions for your heavy-duty truck while using the industry's latest diagnostic and repair resources along with local parts suppliers. Call them today at 218-983-3330. That's 218-983-3330 for Baker's Truck Repair on Highway 59 in Ogama.
These years are a stepping stone for a bright future at the Waubun-Ogama White Earth School District. They work hard to make a positive influence on the students from grade school all the way up to high school. Without guidance and leadership, life after high school can be even tougher. Skills and work ethics taught at the Waubun-Ogama White Earth School District make this process to adulthood easy. Good luck to all the students throughout the school year from the entire staff and administration at the Waubun-Ogama White Earth School District. The perfect destination for your next family vacation, it's Pinehurst Resort on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash. Whether you're looking to soak up the summer sun, maybe check out the fall colors, or you enjoy snowmobiling or ice fishing, Pinehurst Resort can do it all. You can check them out online at visitpinehurstmn.com. Make your next reservation for a perfect family vacation at Pinehurst, 218-935-5745. Pinehurst Resort on beautiful North and South Twin Lakes near Nadawash.
Starting lineups here in Waubun as the Pelican Rapids Vikings take on the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds here at Waubun, as the Thunderbirds again take on the Vikings here this afternoon. Saturday matinee basketball. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson, taking you through all the action here this afternoon. And of course, we'll go ahead and have all of the updates for you as we go on here throughout the day, as not only do we have this game going on, but also on the other side, we also have over in Fosston, the Fosston C Squad tournament going on, as the Thunderbirds are going to be playing for the title when it comes to the Fosston C Squad tournament here today after their 74-46 win over Winnemac in that one. And of course, our in-game updates brought to you by the Linforce Insurance Agency of Mahnomen. So we go ahead and get you all set to go as the tip-off is spun around by the official. We wait for the official word, official thumbs up. We get the okay from both teams. It's officially official. Now Ian Fay with the tip, and Tyson MacArthur able to win that for the Thunderbirds. So Chilton brings the ball into the forward court, passes over to Lotka, who gives that over to MacArthur. MacArthur back over to Lotka. Lotka inside, going over to Carter Clark. Clark back to Chilton, back over to Tyson MacArthur, back inside out to Chilton. Chilton trying to work his way baseline, and that one's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to be staying with the Thunderbirds. Again, thank you for joining us here, whether it be on your radio dial on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM or on yourliveevent.com. And now Chilton trying to work his way baseline. Gets stifled by the defense of the Vikings. Pass out to Lotka, mid-range jumper, got it. And that one good for Brody Lotka. He's got that one on the board on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 2-0 lead for Mahnomen Waubun. Now moving the ball to the inside, passing that one in. That's going to go out of bounds, tipped off of the Thunderbirds, as that was the pass was intended there for Charlie Larson. So inbounding will be Trayvon Benson. Inbounds going off the glass and good for Hunter Williams. Senior has his first bucket of the night, 2-2 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Tries to pass that one down. That goes out of bounds. Errant pass for the Thunderbirds, and that's going to be a turnover. So Ian Fay will inbound and does to Trayvon Benson. Benson crosses the logo into the forward court, covered by Darian Chilton. Pass back out to the outside, that going over to Williams. Back cross court over to Benson. Benson thought about it, gave it over to Ian Fay. Ian Fay back over to Larson, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound by Tollerud, and shot going up from Tollerud, no good. Going to be rebounded, corralled finally as they fight for that one, and that one's taken away by Chilton. Chilton fires that one across court over to Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver in the lane, tries to pass that one up, and they're going to go ahead and call the foul there. That's going to be a foul against Ian Fay. That is his first, and that is the first foul of the afternoon. And the inbounds pass goes into the Thunderbirds as Carter Clark passes that one over to Lotka, who swings it over to Chilton to his left. That one trying to find MacArthur, and they're going to call a foul. And they're going to call an offensive foul, that one being against Tyson MacArthur. That is his first and the team's first. 16-13 left here in the first half. Your score, 2-2 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Pass over to Tollerud. Back inside, kicks it out. That one going over to Charlie Larson, goes up over the backboard and out of bounds. It'll be Thunderbird basketball. And the inbounds pass is going to be coming here from Tyson MacArthur. MacArthur finds Chilton. Chilton pushing the pace up court, passes that over to Weaver. Weaver cross-court pass over. That one finding MacArthur out to the outside to Lotka. Shot up no good. Rebound by Carter Clark. Carter Clark fights for that one, tosses that over to MacArthur, who's able to drill that one from deep. That's 5-2, your score. After that Tyson MacArthur triple. And the Thunderbirds go ahead and, or the Vikings, excuse me, wipe up a little bit as coming out is Tollerud. Coming in is Luke Soley. Shot up no good there from the Vikings. Pass back over to Lotka. Lotka over to Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver into the forward court. Pushes down court. Shot going up and offensive foul. Offensive foul there on Mike Weaver. That is his first of the night, or first of the afternoon. Again, matinee basketball here on your Saturday. Thank you for joining us. So it's going to be inbounds over to Benson. Benson brings the ball into the forward court. Passes that over to Fay, who gives it back over to Benson. Back to Fay. Triple attempt from Ian Fay. Got it. The response from Ian Fay, we're knotted up at 5. Inbounds pass to Carter Clark. Gives it back over to Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver brings it into the forward court, covered by Benson. Gives it over to Lotka. That one poked away by Benson. Benson fighting for that, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be a Viking basketball. Just over 3 minutes here into the ball game. All knotted up at 5 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And Trayvon Benson brings the ball into the forward court, passed over to Ian Fay. Fay tried to go back inside. That taken away by Carter Clark. Pass over to Lotka, who gives it to Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver fires down court to Chilton. Chilton thought about it, tries to go inside, kicks it back out. That shot up by MacArthur, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Benson. Benson now running into the forward court. Hands that one off to Soley. Soley out to the outside over to Larson. Larson almost has that poked away by Mike Weaver. Able to recover it, gives it back out to the outside. That one finding Williams. Williams cutting inside, gives it back out to Soley for 3. No good. Rebound going to be grabbed there. Grabbed by MacArthur. Pass over to Clark. Clark fires down court to Mike Weaver. Good pass. Shot up. That's good. Mike Weaver able to get the layup, and the Thunderbirds get the lead back. It's been a good contest going back and forth here so far between the Thunderbirds and the Vikings. Benson working his way inside with the layup, blocked away. That one blocked by MacArthur. Shot going up for Ian Fay at the free throw line. He gets it. Ian Fay now with 5. We're all knotted up at 7 once again. This has pretty much been tit for tat so far here this afternoon. Pass inside over to MacArthur. Gets the shot up and draws the foul. That foul, that's going to go against Hunter Williams. As Hunter Williams tried to stamp that basketball against the backboard on the layup attempt from Tyson MacArthur. And the shot is up from MacArthur and good. MacArthur now with 4. So coming in is going to be Kobe Weaver. Coming out is going to be Brody Lotka. So MacArthur's second Mustang Seeds free throw is up and good. So now MacArthur with 5. Moving the ball into the forward court. That is Miguel Torres. Passes that over. Fires that out to the outside over to Torres from Fay. Back inside, trying to find Williams. Williams, fadeaway jumper up, no good. Try to poke that away. Kobe Weaver with the rebound. Passes that over to Chilton. Chilton into the forward court. Pass over. That one going over to MacArthur. MacArthur in the lane. Tries to find a teammate and does. Carter Clark off the glass and good. Now 11-7, just under 13 minutes left to go here in the first half. Again, on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, Thunderbirds lead. That ball is pretty much taken away, is basically passed right into the stomach of Tyson MacArthur, who just, as he was leaping with it, went right out of bounds with it. So it is a Viking basketball underneath. And the inbounds goes in, that finding Brady Petznick, who passes out to Ian Fay. Shot up, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Luke Soley. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Thunderbirds, and it will stay Viking basketball. So Benson and Williams come out. The inbounds pass now for the Vikings. In to Severson. Severson in the lane. Pass back out to the outside. Jumper up and good for 3. That's good from Miguel Torres. He's got the triple. 11-10 your score. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Now as Mike Weaver gets the screen from Carter Clark, soft screen, and passes back over to Clark. Clark covered by Torres. Tries to spin inside and passes that one back. That one grabbed by MacArthur. Tyson MacArthur covered by Ian Fay. Triple, no good. Rebound, going to be poked around, grabbed by Chilton. Chilton fires over to Carter Clark, steps into a 3. Got it! Carter Clark now with 5. 14-10 your score. 12 minutes left to go here in the first half on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Solely over to Ian Fay. Ian Fay back out to Torres. Torres in the lane at the free throw line, tried to pass that one down, taken away there by MacArthur. MacArthur over to Carter Clark. Carter Clark into the forward court, gives that to Chilton. Darian Chilton into the lane, that one taken away there by Ian Fay. Ian Fay going to be covered by MacArthur, and shot is going to be up. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Ian Fay, who is upset with that call. And substitution coming in as Hunter Williams will come in. Coming out will be Ian Fay. So the inbounds pass from MacArthur goes in to Chilton. Chilton picking up the pace, now moves the ball into the forward court, into Carter Clark. Baseline pass to Mike Weaver, shot up no good. Rebound going to be corralled there by Petznick. Petznick gives that over to Soley. Luke Soley fires that one down, poked away there by Carter Clark. Gives it over to Kobe Weaver, able to get that one. And pass over to Mike Weaver, up and good. Mike Weaver able to get that one, and that's a timeout taken. We'll take it with them right here on KRJM 101.5 FM and yourliveevent.com. Stay with us.
When that home improvement list gets too long, the guy to call is Josh Thorpe with Son Fixed It Remodeling, 701-371-7393. Josh Thorpe does new construction, remodeling, additions, windows, siding, and roofing. When that to-do list gets too large, the man to call is Josh Thorpe with Son Fixed It Remodeling, 701-371-7393. Josh Thorpe with Son Fixed It Remodeling. The Seed and Crop Protection Specialist. It's Mitch at Select Ag on Highway 59 in Mahnomen. Contact Mitch today, 218-936-4026. Select Ag is a Pioneer Seed and Agassiz seed dealer. They carry corn, sunflower, alfalfa. They have Xtend and E3 brand soybeans, and they deliver. And Select Ag offers crop protection as well. Contact Mitch at Select Ag, 218-936-4026. He is your seed and crop protection specialist at Select Ag on Highway 59 in Mahnomen.
Back into Waubun as we have the Mahnomen-Waubun Thunderbirds up 16-10 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Viking basketball as going inside. That is Petznick. Petznick shot up no good. Going to be corralled there by Larson. Shot up no, but there is a foul. And the foul, that's going to be on Joe Suter. So that is his first. The inbounds pass to come. And that goes inbounds. And that's taken away by Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver of the Thunderbirds passes up to Lotka. Lotka into Chilton off the top of the dome. Off the top of the head there of Brady Petznick. Just Chilton able to spike that one on top, Gronk style. Passes that one inside, out to Suter. Suter back out to the outside over to Chilton. Chilton down low to Lotka. Lotka shot up no good. Going to be rebounded by Hunter Williams. Hunter Williams surveys the defense, gives it over to Trayvon Benson. Benson brings the ball into the forward court. Tries to work his way into the lane. Pass that one back out over to Petznick. Petznick up and good. Brady Petznick off the bench, able to get that bucket. 16-12 with Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 10-20 and counting left to go here in the first half. Chilton over to Mike Weaver, swings that over to Lotka. Lotka tries to get inside, fires that cross court over to Chilton. Wide open three, no good. Rebound by Brody Lotka. Gives that one over to MacArthur. MacArthur dumps that over to Lotka. Inside, up and good by Joe Suter. Good ball movement there by the Thunderbirds, and they have a 6-point lead. Just under 10 minutes left to go here in the first half. Screen set for Benson. Kicks it out to the outside over to Larson. Got it. Larson with the triple. And Charlie Larson now cuts the lead down to 3. Fires that one down court. Mike Weaver gets a shot up, blocked by Williams, and now taken away by the Vikings. Fires that one down court. Charlie Larson, spin move, up, off the glass, and good. Charlie Larson, quick 5 points now, and it is just a 1-point ball game on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Chilton trying to direct traffic a little bit here. Gets a screen set from Lotka. Splits the double team. Kicks it out to the outside over to Weaver. Weaver going baseline with it. And fires that one across over to Chilton. Gives it back out to MacArthur from deep. Got it! Tyson MacArthur with his second triple of the afternoon. He's got 8. 21-17. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 9 minutes. Halfway through the first half. Fires that one down low. Charlie Larson reverse layup. Beautiful layup from Charlie Larson, the sophomore. He's got 7. 21-19 as good ball movement here from the Thunderbirds to bring the ball into the forward court as Lotka picks up his dribble, gives that one back over to MacArthur. MacArthur fires that one down over to Weaver. Shot up, no good. Going to be rebounded. That one grabbed by Petsnick. Petsnick fires that down to Williams. Williams off the glass and good. Hunter Williams now. He's got 4. And we're all knotted up on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Timeout taken by head coach John Clark Jr. We'll keep it here. And we'll go over some of your Christian Motors statistics. Of course, stop by Christian Motors for the absolute best selection in used cars, or visit them online at ChristianCarsOnline.com. And leading the way for all scorers, that's Tyson MacArthur for the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. He's got 8 so far. Behind him, Carter Clark with 5, and Mike Weaver adding in 4. On the other side for the Vikings, it is Charlie Larson, the sophomore. Quick 7 points there for the Vikings. He has 7. Behind him, it's Ian Fay with 5 and 4 points for Hunter Williams. Now as we come back out of the timeout, again, get you all set up here for the first half. Again, 8:23 left to go on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson, taking you through all the action. And now the inbounds pass goes in to Chilton. Chilton passes that one over to Lotka. Lotka back over to Weaver. Weaver over to MacArthur. MacArthur inside to Carter Clark, and that one going to be knocked out of bounds as Brody Severson tried to save that one from going out. But it will be Thunderbird basketball underneath the hoop. Chilton inbounds, goes into MacArthur. Alley-oop and up and good with the lay-in is Tyson MacArthur. He's got 10. 8 minutes left to go here in the first half. Inbounds over to Benson. Benson slows it back down. Passes that cross-court over to Charlie Larson. Larson back over to Benson. Fires that one over to the corner. That one over to Severson. Severson trying to go baseline. Double team, and they're going to get the foul called. And that's going to be called against Lotka. Brody Lotka with the foul. That's his first for the freshman. The inbounds pass coming in from Benson. Benson out to the corner over to Severson. Severson working his way inside. Pass that back out to Larson from deep. Got it. Charlie Larson now with 10. And first time this afternoon, the Vikings have taken the lead. Now Mahnomen Waubun trying to see what they can generate on offense. Pass out to Lotka. Fires it over to Chilton. Chilton works his way towards center court, gives it over to MacArthur. MacArthur thought about it, goes into the lane, tries to pass that down to Carter Clark. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Viking basketball. 7:23 left to go here in the first half. Inbound over to Trayvon Benson. Benson into the forward court. Gives that over to Severson. Severson covered by Carter Clark. Gives that over to Charlie Larson. Larson over to Benson. Benson tries to work his way into the lane. Gives that down to Larson. Reverse layup. No good. Rebounded by Hunter Williams. Hunter Williams. And that's actually going to be rebounded there by Carter Clark. Taken away. Pass over to Chilton, who gives that one over to Weaver. Swinging it around. Deep triple. Got it. Tyson MacArthur. He's got 13 now, and that's a game high. Benson. Trayvon Benson into the forward court. Passes that one over to Larson. Fires it over to Severson. Severson back out to Benson. Benson out to Larson. Larson in the lane. Passes that one over to Williams. Williams back out to Benson. Fires that one over to Torres. Inside. That one taken away there by Chilton. Gives it to MacArthur, who gives it back to Chilton. Fires that one down to Carter Clark. Carter Clark gives that one back over to Chilton. Chilton at the three-point line. Has that one poked away by Torres, but able to recover it. Gives it back over to Mike Weaver. Weaver goes into the lane, and they're going to call an offensive foul there on Mike Weaver. So Mike Weaver, that's going to be his second foul of the game. In relatively light game in terms of foul. It's just 8 total here in the first 12 minutes. Again, Thunderbirds leading 26-24 after the Tyson MacArthur triple. Passes that one into Hunter Williams as the Vikings have the ball. Pass over to Ian Fay. That one poked away and taken away there by MacArthur. MacArthur then slows it back down before picking it up, going into the lane. Tries to pass that one in and does to Chilton. Back out to the outside. Triple attempt for Gabe Smith. No good. Rebound. That grab by Luke Soley. Gives that one over to Benson. Benson covered by Chilton. Gives that out to Severson. Severson fires it over to Ian Fay. Ian Fay back out to Benson. Benson, covered by Chilton, goes inside to Williams. Williams with the turnaround, no good. Rebound, and fired down. Carter Clark with it, and gets the transition bucket and the foul. Carter Clark, he's got 7, looking to make it 8 with the Mustang Seeds free throw on the way. And Kobe Weaver comes in. Coming out will be Darian Chilton. So Carter Clark with the Mustang Seeds free throw on the way is up, and that is good. So Carter Clark now with 8. Moving the ball into the forward court is Trayvon Benson. Getting the screen set from Fay. Passes that out to the outside. That finding Soley. Back out to Benson from deep. Got it. And a back and forth contest here this afternoon in Waubun as it's the Thunderbirds leading 29-27 over the Pelican Rapids Vikings here on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Passes that one back out to the outside. Triple attempt. No good there from Lotka. And pass back out. That one going over to Smith. Smith back out to Tyson MacArthur. MacArthur over to Clark. Inside to Kobe Weaver. Up good. Off the glass from the junior Kobe Weaver. 31-27. Mahnomen Waubun with the lead. Passes back out to the outside. That one finding Benson. Benson fires it over. That one going over to Severson. Triple attempt from Fay. Got it. Better check the roof. It's raining threes here this afternoon. Pass out to Brody Lotka. Lotka over to MacArthur. Down low over to Kobe Weaver, who gives it over to Gabe Smith. Gabe Smith thought about it, gives it back to Weaver. Weaver turns around, and they're going to call a foul. And it's going to be a foul going against Hunter Williams. That is his second of the afternoon. Just under 4 minutes left to go here in the first half on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And the inbounds pass coming from Gabe Smith goes over to MacArthur. MacArthur going to have that one poked away. Grabbed by Carter Clark. Triple attempt from MacArthur. Got it! That's MacArthur's 4th 3 of the afternoon. He's got 16 here in the first half. Going inside, that's going to be Larson. Shot up, no good. Out of bounds. Going to be knocked out of bounds by the Thunderbirds. 34-30. Their score, Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 3:36 left to go here in the first half. The inbounds pass. Going around, passing that one. Ian Fay with a triple, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed there by Soley. And pass over to Larson, back to Soley. Back over to Larson, over to Benson. Benson now moving his way to his left, gives it over to Ian Fay. Ian Fay thought about the triple, tries to work his way inside. Spin move, up and good with the lay-in. Ian Fay now with 10. Tied for a team high. 34-32 your score. Pass out to the outside. Gives that one back over to Lotka. Lotka fires it back towards center court over to MacArthur. Gives it back over to Kobe Weaver. Kobe Weaver gathers, gives that one inside. That one poked away by the Vikings. Ian Fay now off and running. And they're going to call the offensive foul on Ian Fay. Ian Fay not happy with it. He believes that was a flop. And so that is the 3rd foul of the game for Ian Fay. And crucial foul as just 2 more in his afternoon is done. Passes that over to Gabe Smith now. Gabe Smith with it, gives it back to MacArthur. MacArthur fires over to Clark, who gives it out to Chilton. Chilton trying to go baseline, gives it back over to MacArthur, fires it over to Gabe Smith. Gabe Smith into Kobe Weaver. Kobe Weaver back into a cutting. Gabe Smith off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Carter Clark, gives it out to Chilton. Chilton gathers, and they're going to call a travel there on Chilton, so it's going to be a turnover on Mahnomen Waubun. 2:30 left to go here in the first half. Also the best time to see a dentist. So the inbounds pass goes over to Benson. Benson into the forward court. Passes that one over to Charlie Larson, out to Williams, back out to Benson. Benson covered by Kobe Weaver. Kobe Weaver knocks that one out of bounds. So 2:12 left to go here in the first half. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. The inbounds pass coming. That from Luke Soley, finding Charlie Larson, gives it back over to Soley. Soley thought about it, goes baseline, gives it back out to the outside, going down low, and passes that back out to Soley. Soley with the floater, up no good, rebound by Gabe Smith. Gabe Smith passes that over to Carter Clark. Carter Clark will bring it into the forward court, who gives it back over to Chilton. Deep triple from MacArthur. Heat check basically, no good. Rebound by Chilton. Chilton just knocks that out of bounds. That one going off of Luke Soley. Again, I can't blame MacArthur. That is he has 5 triples so far here in the first half. I'm sorry, 4. And Chilton picks up his dribble, passes over to Clark. Clark fires that cross court over to MacArthur. Thought about the triple, goes baseline, mid-range jumper up, and good. Tyson MacArthur, he's got 18, 36-32 your score on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Minute 20 and counting left. And the pass back out to the outside. Benson for 3. Got it! Trayvon Benson, he's got 6. Minute 12 and counting left to go here in the first half. 1-point lead for Mahnomen Waubun. Passing that back out to the outside. MacArthur thought about it. Goes down low over to Chilton. Chilton, turnaround shot, no, but he's going to get a couple of Mustang Seeds free throws on the way. That foul going against Hunter Williams. That is his 3rd of the game. And the Mustang Seeds free throws on the way. First one up, no good there from Chilton. Also coming in will be Brody Lotka. Kobe Weaver coming out. And Williams will come out. Coming in will be Brody Severson. So the second Mustang Seeds free throw on the way. 1:04 left to go here in the first half. Again, your score, the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds leading at 36-35. Shot up and good there from Chilton. That's his first point of the day. Passes that over to Luke Soley. Soley fires that over to Severson. Back out to Benson in the corner. Working his way towards center court. Covered there by Chilton. Pass over, that one going over to Severson. Gives it back over to Soley. Soley in the lane, kicks it back out to the outside to Larson for 3. Got it! Charlie Larson with 13 now here in the first half. And the Vikings take the lead. 35 seconds left to go here in the first half. Chilton hands that off to Gabe Smith. Gabe Smith fires that back out to Chilton. Chilton works his way towards center court, goes back to his right, and they're going to call a carry there on Chilton. That's going to be a turnover. 23.5 seconds left to go here in the first half. And the Vikings have a lead, 38-37 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. The inbounds pass coming from Petznick in to Benson. Benson going to cross the logo into the forward court, covered by Chilton. 14, 13, 12 seconds left to go. Pass inside, pass out to the outside, that finding Benson. Benson, 5 seconds left. Going into the lane, gives that one down to Petznick, off the glass, no good. Rebound by Clark, and that's going to be a shot up, no good, and that's going to do it for your first half. So again, your score at the half, 38-37. Pelican Rapids holding the lead. We'll have your Joe and Dave McCollum halftime report coming up. Of course, Farmers Union Insurance coming up after this right here on yourliveevent.com, as well as on Gold 101.5 FM, KRJM.
The fun never stops at the Ruffed Grouse Roadhouse on County Road 4 near Island Lake. Meet your family and friends. Delicious food and friendly faces. They feature delicious daily food specials. And of course, you can check out their Facebook page for all of their fun events. Dial 218-668-2111 and find out all of the events that are happening at the Rough Grouse Roadhouse. Meet your family and friends at the Rough Grouse. They're located on County Road 4 near Island Lake. Affinity Plus is proud to sponsor the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. Affinity Plus of Mahnomen is now located in the Subway building on Highway 59. They offer checking and deposit accounts and great rates on mortgages, auto, and other loans. And as a member-owned not-for-profit, everything Affinity Plus does is for your good. Affinity Plus helps take the stress out of finances with a more meaningful banking relationship and member consultants who care about your financial well-being. Check us out in Mahnomen or Bemidji or by visiting www.affinityplus.org.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Efficiencies are critical, which is why you need a lender who will find the right loan structure for a strong financial future. You need a lender to look out for your whole farm operation. Ag Country.
And welcome back into your Farmers Union Insurance by Joe and Dave McCollum. Halftime report here on yourliveevent.com as well as on Gold 101.5 FM at KRJM. I am your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. Your score at the half, Pelican Rapids with the 38-37 lead. And this has really been a tight contest throughout this game. Basically, just a game of runs where Mahnomen Waubun going out to a run early on, then Pelican Rapids having a quick turnaround. And it's just been, back and forth, basically answering each call from both of these teams. So let's get into your Christian Motors statistics. And, of course, those statistics brought to you by our friends over at Christian Motors. And so let's start with the Pelican Rapids Vikings, as leading the way for the Vikings is sophomore Charlie Larson. As so far tonight, Charlie Larson has 4 triples. That's right, 4 triples here this evening. 3 triples. My fault. My bad count. There we go. 3 triples. He has 13 points leading the way. And then behind him is Ian Fay, the senior, with 10 points. But key stat to remember with Ian Fay, 3 fouls in the first half. So just 2 more fouls, and his afternoon is over. So he has 10 for the Vikings. Behind him, it's 2 triples there for Trayvon Benson. So he has 6. Behind him, it's Hunter Williams with 4 points, and he has 3 fouls as well. Again, an important stat to keep an eye on in the second half. Then off the bench, it's a triple there for Miguel Torres and a 2-point for Brady Petznick. On the other side for the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds, it's 18 points for the senior Tyson MacArthur, as he has had a fantastic day from beyond the arc, as he has knocked down not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 triples so far here in the first half, again on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And then behind him, Carter Clark adding in a triple of his own, but he has 8 points here this afternoon. Mike Weaver adding in 4 points, and then a trio of Thunderbirds, all with 2 points, being Joe Suter, Brody Lotka, as well as Kobe Weaver, and then a single Mustang Seed free throw for Darian Chilton. So those are your Christian Motors statistics, and of course, Christian Motors, of course, so you got to stop by Christian Motors for the absolute best selection in used cars, or visit them online at ChristianCarsOnline.com. Christian Motors with locations in Minnesota, including Fertile, Crookston, and their locations in North Dakota, including Findlay, Cooperstown, Jamestown, their used superstore in Mayville. You don't have an excuse not to go to Christian Motors, but if you can't make it out to one of their many locations, go ahead and visit them online at ChristianCarsOnline.com. Christian Motors, the absolute best selection in used cars. So that's going to do it for our Joe and Dave McCollum, a Farmers Union Insurance halftime report. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and have have second half action for you between the Thunderbirds and the Pelican Rapids Vikings, as the Vikings holding on to a 38-37 lead on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. We'll have second half action coming up next right here on Gold 101.5 FM, KRJM, and YourLiveEvent.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Serving Mahnomen and the surrounding communities for 34 years, it's Brigham and Super Value, your hometown grocery store in Mahnomen. Stop by today. Great weekly specials, delicious fresh produce, along with baked goods that are baked fresh daily, and a fully stocked meat department. Great deals. You'll find them at your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value. Celebrating 34 years, it's your hometown grocery store, Brigham and Super Value in Mahnomen.
Polk County Public Health and Norman Mahnomen Public Health. Together, we'd like to remind you how important yearly checkups are for children and adolescents. These visits are an excellent time for you and your child to talk to their provider about physical, mental, and sexual health or substance use. Also, don't forget to get caught up on immunizations, including your flu and COVID vaccines. Together, we can build a better future. For questions on the Child and Teen Checkups program, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
And welcome back into Gold 101.5 FM at KRJM, as well as online on YourLiveEvent.com for our video stream side of things. Of course, we have the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds at home in Waubun, taking on the Pelican Rapids Vikings here this afternoon for a Saturday matinee basketball matchup between these two in high school basketball. It will be Mahnomen Waubun basketball to start the second half. And again, I'm your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson, taking you through all of the action here this afternoon. And the inbounds pass will come from Mike Weaver. Again, the Thunderbirds in the teal uniforms with the white trim. Pass over to Lotka. Lotka back over to Weaver, top of the key, trying to go into the lane. Passes that one back over to MacArthur. MacArthur with a game-high 18. Pass back out to Chilton. Chilton inside to MacArthur. Runner in the lane. Shot up, no good. Rebounded. Going to be grabbed there by Benson. And Trayvon Benson working against Chilton. Gives that one over to Larson. Larson swings it over onto the outside, over to Soley. Soley gives that one back over to Larson. Larson back out to Benson. Benson over to Soley. Soley back out to Benson. Benson thought about the triple, goes into the lane, kicks it back out to Fay. Fay for three, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed, tipped around and grabbed there by Soley. Soley back out to Benson. Benson for three, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed there by Lotka. Lotka back out to Chilton. Chilton up court. That one going over to MacArthur. MacArthur over to Carter Clark. Carter Clark going to be covered by Ian Fay. Picks up his dribble, goes inside. That one going over to MacArthur. MacArthur fires it over to Chilton for three. No good. Rebound going to be grabbed there by Hunter Williams. Williams fires that up court to Benson. Benson covered there by Chilton. Moves back from the three-point line before going into the lane. That one knocked away, and they're going to call a foul. Going to call a foul against Brody Lotka. Lotka upset about that one. Did not was surprised by that call. And that's going to be his second foul of this afternoon. And so that's a couple of Mustang Seeds free throws on the way. Of course, when it comes to Mustang Seeds, you got to give them a call here, of course. And, they are planning your future, so contact your local Mustang Seeds sales representative like Blair Hasseth over at the Hasseth Sale and Service. You can call him at 701-261-3574. Made the second. So that is a couple of quick points there for Benson. And so now working their way inside are the Thunderbirds. Shot up no good from Clark. Rebound by Ian Fay. Fay gives that over to Soley. Soley pass that to the outside over to Benson. Benson surveys the defense before passing that inside to Hunter Williams. Williams back out to the outside. Jumper going up there from Larson. No good. Rebound by Lotka. Kicks out to Clark. Fires down court to MacArthur. Up with the slam. Tyson MacArthur throwing it down, making it 40-39. Thunderbirds down just one, and MacArthur with the emphatic 20 points. Fay pass out to the outside from Larson. No good. Rebound by Lotka. Lotka passes that over to Chilton. Chilton fires that back over to the other side to MacArthur. MacArthur picks up his dribble, passes that over to Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver covered by Benson. Benson gives that one over to Lotka. Lotka fires that inside over to Weaver. Weaver turnaround, layup, good. Mike Weaver with 6. And now Benson brings the ball into the forward court after the Thunderbirds taking the lead on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, 41-40. Pass out to Larson. Larson back out to Benson. Benson firing it over to Soley in the corner. Back out up top over to Benson. Inside, kicks that back out. Fires it over to Benson. Benson trying to go inside, fires that out once again over to Charlie Larson. Larson back out to Benson. Benson at the logo. Good defense from the Thunderbirds. Pretty much been suffocating in the zone defense. And MacArthur fires that over to the corner. Going baseline with it is Larson, and the foul going to go against Darian Chilton. Couple of Mustang Seeds free throws on the way there for Larson. That's the first foul of the day for Chilton. Coming in is going to be Brody Severson. We'll see who in a sec. As the Mustang Seeds free throw for Larson is up, no good. Second one for Larson on the way. Coming out will be Luke Soley. Coming in is Brody Severson. Second one is up and good. That one good for Larson. He now has 14. Chilton brings the ball into the forward court, gives it over to MacArthur, over to Lotka, who gives it back to MacArthur. Fires it over to Clark. Clark working his way inside, down low, up and good. Tyson MacArthur with 22. Now hustling back are the Vikings. Swing it back to the outside. That going over to Larson, giving it back to Benson, back to Larson. Larson gives it back over to Ian Fay. Ian Fay down low trying to find Hunter Williams. Williams picks it up. And that's going to be a timeout taken. Timeout taken by Pelican Rapids. We'll keep it here. We'll keep it here. And again, your score 43-41 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Again, your Christian Motor statistics, and you can visit them online at ChristianCarsOnline.com. Charlie Larson leading the way with 14 points for Pelican Rapids. Again, coming in to tonight, they are 11-8, coming off a 3-game losing streak. Their last game, a 59-46 loss against DGF. On the other side, a 4-game winning streak for the Thunderbirds of Mahnomen Waubun, as they are coming off a 79-63 win against Red Lake County. So Thunderbirds trying to extend their winning streak, and the Vikings trying to snap their losing streak here this afternoon. So it will be Viking basketball underneath the basket. It will be a Trayvon Benson trying to inbound. And Benson does inbound that one. That one going low, up off the glass and good. That good for Brady Petsnick, excuse me. He's got 4. Chilton brings the ball into the forward court, passes over to MacArthur, gives it back to Chilton. Chilton tries to throw the alley-oop up and picks it up and good there for Tyson MacArthur. He's got 24. Now bring the ball into the forward court. That is Trayvon Benson. Benson Passes that out to the outside. That going over to Severson. Severson fires that over to Charlie Larson. Inside now over to Petznick. Petznick back out to Severson. Severson trying to find a teammate and does, and Charlie Larson. Larson picks up his dribble. Passes that one over to Petznick. Petznick tries to find a teammate now. Gives that back out to Larson. Larson over to Fay. Fay gives it back to Larson, who goes baseline with it. And offensive foul on Charlie Larson. So that's going to be a turnover going the other way now. And so the inbounds pass is going to go in to Chilton, who will bring the ball up. He'll be met by Larson at half court. Now pass over to MacArthur into the forward court. Covered by Petznick. Severson picks up his dribble. Passes that one over to Carter Clark. Clark into Weaver. Weaver turns around, spin move, tries to gather himself, gets that one up and good. Mike Weaver weaving his way through the defense. He's got 8. Now Petznick passes that one inside over to Severson. Severson trying to get the shot up, no good. Rebound going to be fought for, and it's going to be going the other way after the foul on Pelican Rapids. That's going to be a foul against Brody Severson. So now moving, so the inbounds pass goes over to Chilton. Chilton brings it into the forward court. Passing that one up, goes up to Lotka. Lotka back over to MacArthur. MacArthur in the lane and scoops up, no good. Rebound by Ian Fay. Ian Fay brings the ball back over into the forward court with a pass up to Severson, who gives it over to Larson. Larson tries to go inside, pass back out to Benson. Benson for 3. No good. Rebound by Chilton. Chilton, baseball pass up to Lotka. Lotka loses that one, taken away by Severson. Severson off and running now. He's going to be passing that one back over to Benson. Benson passes that over to Larson, who fires that over to Petznick. Back to Larson. Larson back up top over to Benson. Benson back to Larson. Inside over to Petznick. Petznick trying to get the shot up, draws the foul, and that's going to be a couple of Mustang Seeds free throws. Yeah, it's going to be on Carter Clark. So now Petznick. We'll have the Mustang Seeds free throws. Of course, I mentioned the Mustang Seeds free throws. And like I mentioned, they're planning your future. You can contact your local Mustang Seeds sales rep, just like Marty Hasseth. Number 218-261-0241. There we go. Got it right for you. Give them a call today. First one up and good. Petznick with 5. Second Mustang Seeds free throw on the way. He is up. And good. Petznick now with 6. Now moving the ball into the forward court is Chilton going behind the back. Passes that one down over to MacArthur. MacArthur surveying the defense, moving his way towards top of the key, but gives that one over to Chilton. Chilton fires that one over to Lotka. Lotka fires that over to Kobe Weaver. Deep triple now for MacArthur, up, no good. Rebound, going to be corralled there by Torres. Torres back out to the outside, going over to Severson, gives it over to Fay, back up top to Torres. Torres out to Severson from deep, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Lotka. Gives it over to Weaver, who gives that to MacArthur. MacArthur picking up the pace, covered by Petznick. And that's going to be a timeout taken by the Thunderbirds. We'll take it with them right here on Gold 101.5 FM, KRJM, and yourliveevent.com.
First National Bank Bemidji isn't just a bank. We're believers in a bright future for the community. Our customers are more than names on a screen. They're neighbors, each with their own story. Every day, we help them reach their dreams, confident that what's good for the community is good for us. We always remember where we're from and who we're here for. Because at First National Bank Bemidji, we're better together.
And welcome back into Waubun as we have the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds holding on to a 2-point lead on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, 47-45 over the Pelican Rapids Vikings right here on yourliveevent.com and KRJM 101.5 FM. The inbounds is going to be coming from Lotka as Lotka inbounds to Choten as it is Thunderbird basketball. Pass out to Mike Weaver, giving it back to Choten at the logo. Fires it over to MacArthur with a game-high 24. Thought about the three, gives it back over to Choten. Choten over to Weaver. Weaver fires that cross court over to MacArthur from deep. Got it! 27 points for Tyson MacArthur here this afternoon, and it's a 5-point lead on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Severson trying to find a teammate and does there in Luke Soley. Passes that one inside to Petsnick. Petsnick back out to Torres from deep. Got it! Miguel Torres, second triple of the afternoon. He's got 6. 50-48 your score. 10:25 left to go here in the ball game. 50-48 your score. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. And Mike Weaver passes that back out to Lotka, who fires it over to Choten. Choten beating his man, going into the lane. Pass that over to Kobe Weaver, and they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be a foul going against Miguel Torres. That is his first. And Lotka will come out. Carter Clark will come in. And the inbounds pass. That one going in to Mike Weaver. Weaver creating some space up off the glass and good. Mike Weaver has been crafty here all afternoon. He's got 10, and we've got 10 minutes left to go on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. 4-point lead for the Thunderbirds. Pass out to Soley. Soley back out. That over to Benson. Fire that one back cross court over to Soley. Soley inside to Petsnick. Petsnick has that one taken away by MacArthur, and Mike Weaver's off and running now for the Thunderbirds, and he's going to slow it down. Crossover, gives that back over to Choten. Choten back inside to Weaver. Weaver once again going to take a step, gather himself, gets the shot up, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Soley. Soley fighting for that one, and now he's going to be dribbling this one into the forward court, covered by MacArthur at half court. Soley gives that out to the outside. Going baseline with it is Petsnick, gives it out to Benson. Benson with a triple, no good. Rebound by Torres, up no good as well. That one grabbed by Choten, who gives that over to Carter Clark. Carter Clark back over to Weaver. Weaver, covered by Benson. Passes that one, or loses that one, taken away by Petsnick. Petsnick now off and running in transition. Has that one knocked away by Choten. It's going to go out of bounds. Substitutions coming in as Ian Fay and Charlie Larson coming in. It'll be Soley and Petsnick coming out. Kobe Weaver coming out for the Thunderbirds. And coming in is going to be Braxton Quall. And the inbounds pass coming from Benson goes over to Ian Fay. Fay trying to get that one back over to Benson and does. Swing it over to Torres. Torres going out to the outside, finding Larson. Back cross court over to Benson. Benson back to Torres. Torres back to Benson. Benson with the three. No good. Rebound. Going to be grabbed there by Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver has that one poked away by Benson, who gives that one over to MacArthur, Fires that one down court over to Braxton Quall. Quall back cross over to MacArthur. MacArthur now with it. Giving that back over to Weaver. Weaver finding Quall. Quall back out to Clark. Clark working his way inside. Shot going up off the glass. No good. Rebound. Going to be grabbed there by Fay. Ian Fay pass over to Torres. Torres going inside the lane. Kicks it out to Larson. Larson driving baseline. Passes that one in. And that one ending up in the hands of Miguel Torres. Pass that into Ian Fay. Ian Fay, turnaround hook shot, good. Ian Fay now with 12. Moving the ball into the forward court will be McAllister. Or MacArthur, Pass back out to the outside, that finding Quall. Quall over to Carter Clark. Carter Clark back over to MacArthur. MacArthur at the elbow. Picks up his dribble. Miscommunication there as Braxton Quall tried to cut towards the basket, and MacArthur tried to pass it to him in the corner. So just a miscommunication there. Coming out will be Mike Weaver. Coming in will be Brody Lotka. 52-50 your score. 7:30 and counting left to go here in the second half. And the pass back out to the outside. That going over to Torres, and that one getting knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Vikings. So the inbounds pass will come from Larson. Larson inbounds that over to Benson. Benson fires that back over to Torres. Torres back to Benson, who gives that over to Larson. Larson inside to Fay at the elbow. Fay back out to Torres from beyond the arc. Got it. Miguel Torres now with 3 triples off the bench. He has 9, 53-52 your score. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Just under 7 minutes left to go here in the ball game. Pass out to Carter Clark from deep. No good. Rebound going to be grabbed there by MacArthur, and they're going to call a jump ball. So it's going to be a Viking basketball. And the inbounds pass, that goes over to Benson. Benson brings the ball into the forward court, covered by Quall. Passes that one into Fay. Fay driving, gets a shot up off the glass, no good, getting his own rebound, but that's going to end up going to Larson. Larson jumper, got it. Turnaround 5-foot jumper there, so 16 now for Charlie Larson. As Chilton gives that one over to MacArthur. MacArthur over to Lotka. Lotka back out to MacArthur. MacArthur covered by Williams. Inside, shot going up for Chilton off the glass and good. Darian Chilton now with 3. And it's a 55-54 lead for the Vikings. And Ian Fay tries to pass that one in to Carter Clark and does, or that's going to be taken away by Clark. Now going in with it is Chilton getting the shot up, no good. Rebound going to be once again grabbed there by the Vikings, grabbed by Larson, who gives it over to Benson. Benson, covered by Quall. Now passes that over to his left. Back inside over to Torres is good. Miguel Torres now with 11 off the bench. And so now Darian Chilton brings the ball into the forward court, passes that over, finding Carter Clark. 3-point attempt from MacArthur, no good, no good. Rebound by Torres. Passes that one over, finding Benson. Benson covered by Quall, now brings it over the half court. Gets the screen from Williams. Working his way to his left, going in the lane, up off the glass, no good. Rebound by Braxton Quall. Quall gives that one over to MacArthur, and that's going to be a timeout taken. We'll take it with them right here on Gold 101.5 FM, KRJM, and YourLiveEvent.com.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191. Welcome to Lakes Community Co-op. A new name, familiar faces, continued services, and customer service from your co-op in your community. Lakes Community Co-op. As we move forward, you can depend on us for fuel, propane, animal feed, meat locker plant, milk purchasing and hauling, pet food, hardware, convenience stores, tires, vehicle service, natural gas, and more of our services we provide from Lakes Community Co-op.
And welcome back into Waubun as we have a tight matchup here on your Saturday afternoon as the Pelican Rapids Vikings currently holding on to a 57-54 lead over the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds here in Waubun. Again, thank you for joining us here on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM or on YourLiveEvent.com. The inbounds pass going to be coming from Carter Clark, and that goes over to Mike Weaver. Weaver back to Clark, fires it over to Lotka. Brody Lotka has that one tipped, and that's going to be recovered there by Mike Weaver, saving that one, and they're going to say that goes out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover now. So it will be Viking basketball, 4:45 left to go in this one on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. Screen set for Benson. Benson working his way inside, kicks it back out to Torres. Torres passes that one back out to Benson from deep. No good. Rebound grabbed by Lotka. Pass over to MacArthur. Tyson MacArthur with a game-high 27. Passes that one over. to Weaver, who gives it over to Clark, who gives it to Lotka. Lotka, spin move. Gets the jumper. Got it. Brody Lotka, he's got 4. 1 point ball game. Vikings with the lead. Trayvon Benson brings the ball into the forward court, passes that one over, passes it back from Fay. And now going to the outside. Mid-range jumper is good there for Miguel Torres. Pump fake from deep, moves in, gets the closer shot. 59-56 your score, 3:50 and counting left to go in this one. Now Mike Weaver out to Lotka. Lotka inside Carter Clark, off the glass and good. Carter Clark now with 10. 1 point ball game, Vikings with the lead. Benson brings the ball into the forward court. Passes that one over to Williams. Inside Torres is up and no good, but they're going to have 2 Mustang Seeds free throws on the way. That's going to be a foul going against Carter Clark. That is his 2nd of the game. Coming in will be Chilton. 3:22 left to go in this one. And that one is up and good. That one good from Torres. So Torres now with 14 off the bench. And that one is up and also good. So 15 points off the bench for the freshman Miguel Torres. And now Mike Weaver bringing the ball into the forward court. Passes that one back over. That one finding Tyson MacArthur. MacArthur passes that one back out to Lotka. Lotka gives that over to Clark, who fires that one over to Chilton. Chilton, ball behind the back, pass that out to Weaver from deep. Up and no good, rebound by Fay. Fay passes that over to Torres, and that's going to be a timeout taken. We'll take it with him right here on Gold 101.5 FM, KRJM, and yourliveevent.com.
Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou does it all. They provide full shop services for your tractors, combines, trucks, pickups, and cars. Their tire department carries a full line of name brand tires, and they've got state-of-the-art alignment equipment. And don't forget about the parts department. They have parts for just about anything, right down to your lawnmower. Call today, 218-935-2774. Larson Parts and Repair Inc., Highway 59 in Bijou. Realty can be confusing. That's why it's important to choose a professional when you're buying or selling. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated offers full commercial real estate services, agricultural land sales, hunting land sales, all categories of commercial real estate sales, commercial space leasing, real estate consulting, and real estate investing. Contact Anthony today, 218-261-1137. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated.
On yourliveevent.com. Got a tight contest here on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard as the Pelican Rapids Vikings currently lead 61-58. 2:52 left to go here in this ball game. It's going to come down to the wire. It's Viking basketball. The inbound goes over to Benson. And the pass going over. That one finding Benson. Pass out to the outside. That finding Fay. Back to Torres. Back out to Benson. And back out to the outside. That's Charlie Larson. Charlie Larson kicks it out to Fay. Fay thought about the 3. Moves inside. Picks up his dribble. Passes that back out to Torres. Torres back out to the outside to Fay. Fay surveying the defense. Covered by Lotka. Passes that back out to the outside to Torres. Swinging it over to Benson. Benson back over to Torres. Torres back out to Fay. Fay back out to Torres. Torres fires that one over to Benson. Benson working his way in, and that one's going to be taken away by Mahnomen Waubun. And that's going to be MacArthur up with the layup. Count it, and the foul. He's got 29 with an opportunity to get 30 and tie this ball game at 61 apiece. With that foul going on Benson. So the Mustang Seeds free throw on the way from MacArthur is up and good. He's got 30. 61 all here. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Great action here on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM and on yourliveevent.com. Ian Fay trying to work his way inside. Passes that one down low to Williams. Up and good. Hunter Williams now with 6. The inbounds pass going over to Lotka. Lotka gives that over to Mike Weaver. Back over to Carter Clark, who fires that over to Chilton. Chilton pump fakes the pass over to Carter Clark now. Back out for 3. No good from MacArthur. Rebound by Ian Fay, who gives that over to Torres. Torres now fires that one. That one tipped, grabbed by Larson. Larson down low, gets a shot, or is going to draw the foul. It's going to be out of bounds, or they're going to inbound underneath the basket. Benson with it. And Trayvon Benson will inbound. A 2-point lead for the Vikings. Mahnomen Waubun trying to get the ball back. Inbounds over to Fay. Ian Fay passes that back out to the outside. That one going over to Torres. Torres back out over to Benson. Swings that over to Larson. Larson inside. That's going to be a turnover going the other way. 2-point ball game. 63-61 your score. 1:09 left to go. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. The inbounds pass. Touch pass back over to Chilton. Chilton passes that one over to MacArthur, who gives it back to Chilton. Chilton tries to throw that one up to MacArthur. That one stripped away, taken by Benson. Benson now in transition, gives it back to Larson. Larson off the glass and good. Larson now with 18. MacArthur with the ball. Thinks about it, gives it back to Chilton. Chilton gives that back over to Weaver. Weaver, 40 seconds, almost has that poked away by Benson. Passes that one back over to Carter Clark. Carter Clark back out to the outside, over to Weaver. Weaver pump fakes for 3, no good. Rebound by Fay. And they're gonna draw the foul. And that's gonna be a foul going against Carter Clark. Or yes it is. Yes it is. Got it mixed up, there we go. Carter Clark with the foul, 3 fouls, inbounds pass, down court, going over, and they're gonna just put that one up off the glass and good. There for Charlie Larson, he has 20, and timeout taken. We'll take it with them. 67-61 your score. Pelican Rapids with the lead here on Gold 101.5 FM, KRJM, and on yourliveevent.com.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
At the Mahnomen School District, their mission is to provide the opportunity for high achievement for all learners, promoting academics, citizenship, and individual self-esteem with an emphasis on 21st century skills. For more information on the Mahnomen School District and what's going on at the school, log on to www.mahnomen.k12.mn.us. Good luck to the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds from the faculty, staff, and students at the Mahnomen School District.
Gold 101.5 FM KRJM and on yourliveevent.com. 23.8 seconds left. Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard 67-61. The Pelican Rapids Vikings with the lead over Mahnomen Waubun. And the inbounds pass, that goes in to MacArthur. MacArthur brings the ball into the forward court, passes over to Weaver. Weaver back out to the outside, finding MacArthur, gets the screen. Pass that one back inside, trying to get an open look for 3 from MacArthur, up, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by Benson. Benson is going to be fouled. So he's going to be fouled. And so 1-on-1 situation. So Benson will have a Mustang Seeds free throw, 8 seconds left. And so now Benson with the Mustang Seeds free throw, up, no good. Rebound going to be grabbed by MacArthur. MacArthur fires down court over to Weaver. Weaver driving in a lane, up and good. Mike Weaver now with 12. And there's going to be a timeout taken, apparently. Charge of timeout for Mahnomen Waubun. We'll keep it here. Again, 1.3 seconds left to go here on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard, as the Vikings have currently holding on in a lead, 67-63 over Mahnomen Waubun. And a little in-game update for you here, brought to you by the Linforce Insurance Agency. As we take a look over at the C-Squad tournament going on over in Foston, as Mahnomen Waubun will be playing for the title here today, as they defeated the Winnemac Patriots earlier today, 74-46. So they will play beginning at or around 2:30. So you're going to want to tune in to 96.7 FM KKCQ for that one, following our post-game report right here, of course, brought to you by our friends over at Irie Insurance. So as we get you set to go here again, final couple of seconds here, as it'll be Pelican Rapids basketball, 67-63 your score, and the inbounds pass coming from Torres. Torres gives that one in to Ian Fay, and Ian Fay will just hold on to this one, and that will do it. That will be your final. 67-63 is your final. The Pelican Rapids Vikings breaking their 3-game losing streak as they get the win over the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds drop to 12-9. The Vikings improve to 12-8 here after the win. So we're that's gonna go ahead and do it for our in-game coverage. Coming up next, it's gonna be time for the post-game report, of course, brought to you by Irie Insurance. And so we'll have that coming up next right here on Gold 101.5 FM at KRJM and on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to Freezy Freeze. Would you like chocolate or vanilla? Chocolate or vanilla. That's what we got.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's a really big decision.
It's two things.
Yeah, I know, but I can't make these kinds of decisions locally.
If you've talked to a banker recently, you know this conversation isn't really that far-fetched. But at Midwest Bank, we're local people making local decisions locally for the good of locals. Midwest Bank, the local bank. Member FDIC.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
As well as on YourLiveEvent.com, the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds falling to the Pelican Rapids Vikings here this afternoon. And we are here with your Irie Insurance post-game report. Of course, Irie Insurance. You can visit IrieInsurance.com with locations in Hope, Hillsborough, West Fargo, Mackville, Devils Lake, Town, and Towner. They are your leader in crop insurance, locally owned and independent insurance agency. Best service, best coverage, best value. See them for auto, flood, homeowners, renters, disability, health, life, long-term care, commercial business, crop and hail, and multi-peril insurance. Irie Insurance. Visit them today at IrieInsurance.com. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of your statistics here. Of course, brought to you by our friends over at Christian Motors. And let's start with the Pelican Rapids Vikings, as leading the way was sophomore Charlie Larson with 20 points here today, the sophomore with 20. Then you had 15 points from Miguel Torres off the bench. He had 15 coming in as well. And also following him, it was 12 points from Ian Fay, 8 points from Trayvon Benson, and then 6 points from a pair of Vikings, being Hunter Williams and Brady Petznick. from both of those guys here this afternoon as well. And so now, as we take a look here as we go through, starting or joining me here now is going to be and a bit of a spoiler as we'll get into our post-game awards here in just a little bit, but our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game is going to be Charlie Larson, the sophomore, 20 points here tonight. And Charlie, it took you a little bit to get into the scoring column, but it felt like you were just able to burst on the scene there with just a few buckets. Was that something that you felt coming into the game, or was that something that as you kind of got into a rhythm that started to kind of flow for you?
I think came out maybe a little slowish. Kind of missed my first couple shots, but then once I kind of started getting into it, started just flowing a little more and started taking some more because just kind of felt in the flow of it. So.
And then talking with Coach Gullingsrud before the game, he mentioned that you guys have, greatly improved on defense especially. And, they say that offense is skill, but defense is a mentality. Is that a mentality that you guys have really adopted here as the season's kind of come along?
Yeah, that's one of our main focuses at practice. We have a whole section just dedicated to our defense and our algorithm for that. So that's a big thing that our coaches push that I think has really helped us a lot these past couple of years.
And then especially, too, on the offensive side for you guys, talking with Coach, you mentioned a key to the game for you guys was really just getting your shots down. You had plenty of triples here tonight. It was making it rain there from beyond the arc here tonight. Was that something you felt good coming into the game, or is that just a confidence in your shot?
I think it was both. Kind of got here a little earlier. We didn't have the C-Squad game, so we got to shoot around maybe half an hour before the game, which was pretty nice, just to kind of feel the rims a little bit. And I don't know, it just felt good tonight.
And then, for you as well, being one of the two sophomores in the starting lineup, how does it feel for you to be able to, be leaned upon, on the offensive side when you have so many upperclassmen in your lineup there as well?
It's fun. Everybody we have can score, but I don't know. It's just we all have our nights, and it just falls how it falls, and we get the shots. Hopefully we make them, which we made some tonight, and that's came away with a win. That's all we can ask for.
And then one other thing here for you as well. I'm always interested in it when it comes to the locker room dynamics. I know that some might graduate, but even still, year to year, there's always a different feel in the locker room. What's it been like playing with these guys throughout this year, especially?
It's been fun. It's a fun group of guys to play with. Yeah, we've been around them all my life. This is my first year really playing with some of the upperclassmen, but yeah, it's a really fun group of guys to be around.
And then what's one aspect of your game that you've been trying to improve upon since the off season, and how's it been coming along for you?
An aspect I've been trying to improve on is, so this is kind of my first year really taking many threes in games, kind of worked on my shot a lot these past couple years and getting really more confident in it. So that's one thing that I've been pushing, and it's paying off.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's safe to say you've done a pretty good job with it here tonight. I think I want to say by my count, you had about 4 or 5 3-pointers that you made here today at this point, so give or take. But, yeah, good job here today. And, again, you're Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Feel free to grab a T-shirt out of the blue bag there, and congrats on the win.
Thanks.
All right, that is Charlie Larson of the Pelican Rapids Vikings. He is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, the sophomore, able to go ahead and drop 20 points here today for the Vikings. And now joining me is going to be head coach John Gillingsrud of the Vikings. And, Coach, we talked about it before the game. Key to the game was just knocking down your shots, and it felt like, almost it felt like the roof was leaking with how much they were raining down those threes from beyond the arc here at this point.
Yeah, for sure. We needed it. I know, like you said, we talked before the game, and I pointed out our strength was defense. Well, couldn't tell that in the first half, and I said we had some struggles offensively, but it was kind of the flip side today. We were scrambling defensively to get stops, and offensively the ball was going in, which was good.
And it felt like your team, even, despite having guys that, got into foul trouble early on, you guys had that next man up mentality, had a couple of guys coming off the bench, including Luke Soley as well that was playing in that big man spot for you guys. Is that something that, you guys take pride in, the fact that you have that next man up mentality?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about it from the start of the year. You try to build some depth and some confidence with your guys. So it came in key today. We definitely faced some adversity. Hasn't been too many games where both Faye and Williams, our big guys, were in foul trouble. So
that was new to us. So guys had to adjust, and like you said, even play some different positions, and they did a nice job of it.
And then on top of that, too, you mentioned before the game the younger players that got some more run for you guys. Today, two of the sophomores, Trayvon Benson and Charlie Larson combined for 28 points here today. Benson leading the offense for you guys. What does that say about your program, especially that you guys have two of those sophomores that's leading all of those seniors, the rest of in the starting lineup there?
Yeah, I mean, we're in good hands here for a little bit. So, they both those sophomores played well. Even freshman Miguel Torres off the bench there in second half. He hit some big shots and got some big stops. And, young guys are, at this point of the year, they're not quite as young. They're sophomore grade-wise, but they've had a lot of experience with games so far this season. So, our perimeter players did a nice job today.
And then on top of that, too, you mentioned Miguel. I was going to ask you about him coming off the bench. First half has 9 points. It finishes with 15 for you guys as your second leading scorer coming off the bench. How has Miguel progressed throughout this season, especially? And, for a game like tonight, what does that do for a freshman's confidence there as well?
Well, confidence-wise, it should go through the roof after today. Normal freshman, it's kind of you play it out as the season goes. Like, start of the season, he's mainly playing both halves JV, and that's it. And then he's just gotten better and better in practice. So last couple weeks, I've given him a little more time in varsity, and we've had some other injuries happen where he sees his opportunity, and he's played well with that opportunity.
And then on top of it, too, you guys had 3 players all in double figures, including 20 out of Charlie Larson. And so for you guys, I felt like the ball movement was really present and really was an emphasis throughout the game here today. Was that something that you guys kind of had coming in, or is that something you guys have been trying to instill in these guys especially?
Yeah, it's one of our keys offensively moving forward to improve. Ball can't get sticky on one side, so we're really trying to get it from side to side and get some ball movement. Also just ball movement inside to outside and getting it to Hunter inside once in a while. It's still kind of a work in progress, but it was good to see today.
All right, Coach John Gillingsrud of the Pelican Rapids Vikings, as the Vikings getting the win here today, 67-63. Coach, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
All right, that is Coach John Gillingsrud of the Vikings joining me here on the Irie Insurance post-game report. Of course, of him as well as Charlie Larson joining me as well. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, going to get into some more of the post-game statistics as well as get into some of our post-game awards right here on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM and on yourliveevent.com.
From shoulder to hand, hips to toes, and everything in between, the Riverview Health Orthopedic Team has you covered. With advanced training and joint replacements, upper and lower extremity, spine, foot, and ankle care, you'll be in good hands with Drs. Spinell, Schall, Sekundiak, Stanky, Kim, and Abasi. For appointments, call Riverview Clinic at 218-281-9595.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care. Riverview Health.
And welcome back into Waubun here on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM and on yourliveevent.com. The Pelican Rapids Vikings getting the win here today, 67-63 over the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. As joining me now is head coach John Clark Jr. of the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. And coach, coming into a game like this, we talked about, the depth of the Vikings and your team being down a couple of players. Hell of an effort from you guys, and especially 30 points out of Tyson MacArthur.
Yeah, I thought we competed the entire night and played hard, and I thought we played well. Like you said, though, their depth wore us down, definitely, and I thought they beat us up on the rebounds. Those two things, the rebounding and their depth wore us down, and you could tell at the end of the game they were getting good looks, and we were just kind of taking whatever we could get at the end there. So, but we clawed right in. I think we tie it with a minute to go, and we had our chances.
Yeah, that's all you really can ask for at that point.
Well, exactly, and just the determination to stay in there, and we had kids that were dog tired, but they were, like I said, they were battling and they were competing, and we're an inexperienced team, to be honest with you. We're still learning and haven't been in a lot of dogfights like this, so we can learn how the end of the game went and hopefully improve and be better.
And with that being said, too, heading into as we get further and further into February, what does a game like this kind of give the experience for these guys heading into the playoffs?
Well, you just get that feeling that, that every possession really counts down the stretch. And, we had a couple of silly turnovers and we had a couple of just bad possessions. And so you learn from that. You learn that your mind needs to slow down a little bit. Our kids like to go 200 miles an hour, and we just got to slow the mind down and be disciplined and just relax. So, and you got to go through the fire a little bit sometimes to learn that. So we're going through the fire right now.
And I mentioned him too, but Tyson MacArthur, plenty of three-pointers here tonight as well. Really initiating a lot on your offense. How key was it for him to, be able to be that rock and be that person you can kind of lean on the offensive side?
Yeah, he's been doing that for us all year. Very, very good player. All around, inside, outside. And, I thought he played tremendous defense all night as well. So, that's another key to the game. I thought we did a great job holding down their big guy. But their depth shone through, and they had a couple kids that stepped up and made a lot of shots. So, but yeah, Tyson played big. We expect that out of him, to be honest.
Yeah, and then, the other side of it too, Mike Weaver as well, just a few times very crafty, almost getting up near the basket at that point.
He's a player that's really coming on here the last few games, and he's getting some confidence, and he's figuring out ways to score. Like you said, very crafty player, and need that to continue.
And then on the other side for Pelican Rapids, you mentioned it with the depth a little bit. Just talk about just the way that they were able to, get those points up there, especially whether it be Charlie Larson or even Miguel Torres off the bench there as well for them.
Well, they have good quickness, and it's what they have an advantage of. They have some pretty good size that they can just throw it over the top of us a lot of times, and they did that well. They did a good job of breaking us down, and I thought we over-helped into the lane, and they kicked it out, and they got a lot of wide-open threes, and they were knocking them down, especially the first half. So, sometimes you got to tip your cap to a team. If they're hitting shots, they're hitting shots, and they did that, especially the first half, I thought. And they hit a couple daggers, late in the game, too, where it was kind of looking like it was our way, and they would hit a clutch shot.
All right, Coach, what do you guys got coming up next year?
I think we just have one game this week with Clearbrook Gonvick, and I believe that's on Thursday. So we get another good week of practice and, a little bit of rest on our legs, which will be good this time of year, but still keep our conditioning, but not just wearing the legs down. And we'll work on some game situations. So really looking forward to that week of practice.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, Mac.
All right, head coach John Clark Jr. of the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds joining me here on the Irie Insurance post-game report. We're going to take a timeout when we come back. We're going to give out our post-game awards here as well here on yourliveevent.com as well as on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
And now let's get into welcome back to Waubun, I should say, as Pelican Rapids getting the win at 67-63 over the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds here this afternoon. You're on Gold 101.5 FM KRJM and on yourliveevent.com. Let's get into some of our post-game awards, and let's go ahead and start with the RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. I'm going to give that one over to Tyson MacArthur. Tyson MacArthur, he had 30 points here tonight, or I guess this afternoon, as well as had plenty of threes. By my count, had at least 4. So for Tyson MacArthur, leading the way with 30 points here today, he is your RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. And, of course, when it comes to RDK, we're less than 90 days until spring planning. That's right, 90 days. Are you ready? Is your maintenance plan in place? Do you have the parts on hand? Are any upgrade options decided on and purchased? they can help. The folks over at RDK Enterprises, they will help you. Spring will be here before you know it, and they will help you meet the challenge. Contact RDK Enterprises at planterdoc.com. That's planter, DOC.com. And now let's get into our sub of the game, courtesy of the Subway in Ada. There we go. Our sub of the game is going to be going to Pelican Rapids Vikings freshman Miguel Torres. 15 points off the bench for the Pelican Rapids Vikings here today. Again, a crucial 15 points. Again, just a 4-point win here today, 67-63 on the Lakes Community Cooperative scoreboard. So those 15 points, key for the Vikings. So, Miguel Torres, you are our Subway and Ada sub of the game. Subway and Ada, eat fresh, thanking area fans and athletes, teams stopping before and after the game, open daily for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, let's also get into our Pinehurst Resort stars of the game while we're at it. And let's go ahead and start with the Pelican Rapids Vikings, as Trayvon Benson is going to be our star, or one of the stars of the game, courtesy of Pinehurst Resort. He had 8 points, led the way, led the offense for the Vikings, and again, did a great job as the point guard there for the Vikings. So he is one of your Pinehurst Resort stars of the game. On the other side, I'm going to also give one. He's our RDK Enterprise Precision Player of the game. He's also going to be a star of the game, is Tyson MacArthur. He had 30 here this afternoon, so he is your Pinehurst Resort star of the game. And, of course, like I mentioned, Miguel Torres, your Subway and Ada sub of the game. Now let's get into our Enbridge Energy player of the game. And now our Enbridge Energy player of the game, spoke with him just a little bit ago. Charlie Larson, you are our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Of course, when it comes to Charlie Larson here today, plenty of three-pointers. The sophomore had 20 points leading the way for the Vikings. So he finishes with 20, and he is your Enbridge Energy player of the game. And, of course, tomorrow is happening right now. Now more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. Visit tomorrowisOn.com. Enbridge, life takes energy. And one final update here for you as well. Over at the C-Squad tournament over in Boston, as the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds in the championship taking on the Fertile Beltrami Falcons, and the Falcons at the half leading Mahnomen Waubun 29-13. So again, if you want to listen to the conclusion of that game, you can go ahead and tune in to KKCQ 96.7 FM as well. So that is going to go ahead and do it for the Irie Insurance post-game report. I have been your play-by-play voice, Mac Robinson. Again, your final here, 67 to 63. We want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. Again, without them, we would not be able to get this broadcast to you here today. So we want to say thank you to all of them. You can say thank you by showing them your patronage and at least going in and saying a thank you, and that R&J Broadcasting and YourLiveEvent.com sent you. Also, we want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in. Signing off from Waubun, I'm Mac Robinson. Again, your final is 67 to 63. Pelican Rapids defeating the Mahnomen Waubun Thunderbirds. Have a good night, everybody.